and the Weslaco Panthers 6. Second quarter, and it doesn't take long to get started here because really all they do, they don't take the full, there's no TV timeout for K-West, that's for sure. And basically what's going on here is as soon as they get the ball set up to the other side of the field, they are ready to go. I see Rivas, Carlos, in the slot over here on the near side. I believe that's him, number 12. Hand off to Eli Rodriguez again. He's got some movement, and he is still going up to about the 43. He's going to be real close to another Panther first down. But Eli Rodriguez wearing number 6 in his uniform. You don't see many running backs with the number 6 in the colleges or the NFL. So it is third down and about a half a yard to go. Palomine, the quarterback sneak, and he's got it. I believe he crossed the 45, and the Panthers statistically are holding their own against the Mission Eagles tonight.
Yeah, they sure are, and it's just that ball control offense, really controlling the line of scrimmage. And, when you control the line of scrimmage, that's when you control the clock. That's when you can just grind the ball down the field, down the throat of your opponent. But when you have a player, a spark plug on your side like Rivas, the game can be broken open anytime.
Well, the one area, though, the Panthers are going to have to improve on this year is defense, because last year they were giving up about 45 to 50 points a ball game, and that just that's going to have to stop. Hand off to Eli Rodriguez again, and like I said, this guy, he does not let the first guy take him down.
Yeah, the first wave will hit him, and he'll just keep going
Bounce
forward,
off.
Lean forward whatever he can to get that yardage.
That's good. You get that positive yardage all the time, and like I said, they just running play after running play, and I just look for him to open up to either Rivas or somebody else here real quick. This time they send both receivers to the far side of the field. Sammy Medrano, number 1, also out there with Mishak Rivas, the young freshman who's already made his mark in this football game. Palomine under center, calling the signal. Second down at about 8, and that's the way it goes, I guess.
Yeah, this is you can have the best player on your football team. You can have a great scheme. You can have everything ready, but the players don't execute on the field, and that's what we're talking about. When you jump off sides, not executing, it's going to kill you.
That's at least the 5th or 6th penalty the Panthers have had already.
Yeah.
I know, well, they had 2 defensive penalties back-to-back on the touchdown drive by Mission, and then this is at least the 3rd or 4th offensive penalty they've had. So now it's back up to about 2nd down and 13, and they've got some work cut out for them here. A little movement by Mission. They're going to run an option play. Palomine cuts it up. He's got some running room. Still going. He's still on his feet down inside to about the 42-yard line. Oh, one of the Panthers is down, and it might be Tervine. This is one guy. Yeah, he's up, but this is one guy they can't afford to lose. They need those big, beefy guys up the middle there that lead the blocking for him. But nice play that time by Freddie Palomine.
Yeah, and that time you see a little bit of speed by the quarterback, and you see what he can do out there. He turns the corner and he comes right back up the field and picks up the first down.
Yeah, if they don't, if they have some diversity and don't put the pressure on this young freshman, it's going to make him even more effective. 9:40 to go here to halftime. And this time, here comes Palomine the other way, and he breaks tackles. He's down to about the 40 and upended there. Good tackle that time by number 12 of the Mission Eagles. That is Rolando Ramos, a senior defensive back, but it looked like student body right, now student body left.
It was just the same play that they ran, but this time to this near side, but that time the blocking just broke down for the Panthers.
And every time Palomine is coming to the sideline to talk to the coordinator, so they're not sending the plays in. In the past, they've always sent them in with a receiver or a running back, and this time though they're coming right straight to the coordinator here on the sideline. And he's looking over that way again, even after he's getting the play. And something about the read here. They flip it out to Rivas, and he cuts against the grain down to about the 37-yard line. Didn't gain too much, but good sure tackling. And with this kid, you have to tackle him because if you miss the tackle and he's gone.
Yeah, and it's basically also a timing out there because you have your other receiver who becomes the blocker
Right.
as Rivas comes out of the
Yeah,
game.
he's limping a little bit, but you're going to take your bumps. Welcome to varsity football, and.
But there's a lot of timing involved with that, Terry. When you see that, they do a little little crisscross out there, and when the receiver gets the ball, the guy who's watching him gets nailed by the receiver.
Right. Third down and about about 6 yards to go. Mission is bringing a lot of guys up to the front of the line, and a little broken play that time, and Eli Rodriguez never really had a chance. The ball was fumbled by the quarterback, and he just never had a chance to make that handoff.
Yeah, he bobbled the ball up in the air, and he couldn't give a clean handoff to Rodriguez, and he would just stop right at the line of scrimmage. But Coach High, he's going to go for it.
Oh yeah, this guy he's taking it easy. Yeah, he's going after it.
And Rivas is getting his ankles taped or something,
Right.
getting him looked at on the sideline.
Yeah, he'll be back in there. He didn't look too serious. He didn't look too serious coming off. But like I said, now coming into the ball game, number 3, and that's a new receiver. That is David Gonzalez. But they're going to have to hustle. There's a little confusion. This first game type confusion as far as cohesion with a new coordinator, trying to get everything, because it's just a totally different style from last year. Well, last year, like I said, they sent a play in from the sideline, either a wide receiver or a running back, and then this year it is the coordinator is handling everything.
Yeah, there's a new coordinator. It's a new offensive scheme. You got a new player. A player that's out, who's one of your main players on that football team, is Rivas out. So you got someone else who's in his place. So that could be messing things up right now.
Yeah, he's down. I'm not sure if they're working on what are they working on? One of the legs.
It looked like maybe it's calf. I don't know if it's a cramp or something else.
That's something that could happen very easily here tonight, cramping, because especially when we get to the second half, it is very, very hot. Although we do have a good breeze, that does help a little bit, the breeze. It's not as muggy as it could be.
Right.
Well, it's been an entertaining ball game. It's only 7-6 on the scoreboard, but generally Weslaco and Mission always give us a very good first game.
Always been very good. Good classic battles between the two.
And they've been each other's opening game for many, many years now. In fact, the very first game that we ever covered on K-West about 12, 13 years ago, it was Mission and Weslaco. It was, in fact, Tom Landry was in attendance that night. He was in town for some kind of a dedication, and he appeared. He was over at the Panther Stadium, but he appeared in that ball game. Fourth down and about 7, and the receiver looking over to the coach here. Now they look back to see the play. Palamine calling the signals. He rolls. Now he lets it go, a little screen play to about the 38-yard line. That's Rodriguez. He's got some opening. He could go at the 20. He's going to take it in. Now there's a penalty back here. And what is this penalty about? What is this penalty? Is involving the quarterback. I can't believe this. This penalty had nothing to do with the play.
It's either going to be a holding or some type of block in the back. It's holding.
Yes, it is. Oh my! And he was wide. He just took it to the end zone on the screenplay, and he was gone. But they were looking at the quarterback.
Yeah, and that play was there too. The play was perfect position. A little bit of penetration by the defensive line. The linemen were there for the blocking down the field, but just a holding call, bring it back.
But if it works once, it might work again. You never know. But now they may be forced to punt. Let's wait and see. Although I'm not sure who the punter on this team is. Palamine is going back out, and that'll be another thing. They're going to have maybe all new special teams this year. And now they're going to have to get back. One of the receivers is offside of ways. He comes back.
They're going to punt it.
Yep, I think they are. And
they're going to take the penalty and bring it back 5 yards and go ahead and punt it.
okay, I think we can hear the coaches tell them to take the penalty, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Go here in the second quarter. And let's see what's going on. I guess we got a timeout on the field.
Yeah, we'll get a little timeout right here.
Big thanks to our second quarter sponsors, Nori Garza of Real Estate Investments, Barnard Cooling and Meeting, ROFPW Architects, Robert and Norma Lopez, parents of Truman and Jessica. Go, Weslaco! With the right construction.
Both teams are coming back on the field. We don't know. It's been kind of a interesting little delay here. I know with the flat or the wind behind us here, Carlos, that they're trying to give the punter a little bit of room to maybe put it down inside the 10-yard line if possible. That would be kind of nice. And who is the punter? Did you get a number on the punter?
Got number 97 out there.
Okay, that was the guy that was out there before. Julio Cruz. You get a guy off that soccer team maybe. And let's see what the snap is like. And it's a low snap. Cruz gets it away. Kind of not a bad kick. Let's see where it goes here.
They'll go into the end zone.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you, that is one strong wind out there. Because, I mean, that's a 42-yarder, and there's no question about where it went to. So here we go. First down and 20. Mission, I believe this is about the deepest they've had the ball all night.
This time they'll be going up against the wind, though, Terry. So we'll
Exactly.
see what the wind does to their passing game here.
Well, the bottom line is we've got to tackle these guys.
Sure.
Like I said, this is the one thing from last year that has to be improved on is the tackling. Because if they can hold a team under, I think if they can hold a team under 25 points, they can win a lot of games. Because the offense, the Panthers, it's very apparent the Panthers' offense is very good this year. All right, here we go. It has been Mario Cardenas, number 1, gone all the way at quarterback. And he's got a receiver out there, and it is caught at about the 25-yard line, still on the feet, and up about the 30, maybe a first down. Let's see. Side judge over here is just he's inside the 30 a little bit.
Keith Hernandez again. Is that him out there?
Yep, I believe.
Yeah.
I can't really see that far from across the way here. Gained about 9.5 that time. But you know, it's 6:59 to go. This game has moved right along. And so this drive, if it's going to be a long one, could take up most of the second quarter.
Well, yeah, because Weslaco took up most of the second quarter there, with their ball control offense.
Yeah, time possession, I think Weslaco might be a little bit ahead in that stat so far.
Yeah, they've had more opportunities. They've been on the field, with the football longer than the Mission Eagles have.
Now, I see Rivas now. He's back on the bench talking he's with the offensive crew down here. So I think whatever problems he had might be fixed. But we've had a lot of delays here in the second quarter. We maybe unexplainable what's going on here. It looked like they would just get in line up, but it is going to be second down and maybe it's first down. They did touch the 30-yard line, so it is first down and 10 for Mission. Spread formation this time, 3 receivers to the near side. And they're looking this way. Over the middle, they got a man wide open like they did before, and this time, though, they bring him down. But same play where Sanchez is just wide open in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and this is the type of offense that, the Mission Eagles, the fans here are used to from the 80s and the early 90s. Just go out there, Sanchez just sits in the middle of the zone, makes the catch, and sees what he can do after he gets the ball.
And he was tackled by Ricky Gonzalez, number 25. So one Ricky to another, but another first down, and Mission is kind of just taking it 7, 8, 10 yards at a time here. They picked up 22 yards, 1 on a 10 and 1 on a 12-yarder. So let's see what happens here. Inside handoff, and big time running room for Maldonado. And now there's a flag, but every single flag but one, I think, has been called against Weslaco.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a holding, though, against Mission.
Well, you got to look for the guy in the white hat because he's the man who makes the call. He gets his information, but then he's the man who makes the signals. And let's see how this one works. Yep, you're right, and that was big for Weslaco because every penalty up to now had been against the Panthers, and it's not that one-sided, I don't think.
Yeah, and this, there's got to be. We've done some games, Terry, where we've had a lot of penalties, but there's been a lot in this game too.
Let's watch Mishak Rivas. He's down in front of us here, and as he walks around, is he walking gingerly or?
Well, he's stretching out that calf. That's usually an indication of a cramp.
Okay. And we're just I guess you get the salt pills out or whatever.
I don't know what they take nowadays. Yeah. When we were in school, they gave us big old salt pills to take before the game.
Those are ugly, though.
Yeah, we took them, though.
Yeah. We were tough guys back then. All right, here we go. First down, actually at about 15 for the Mission Eagles. Ball back in about the 37-yard line. But that was scary, that last play, because the receiver or the running back was wide open. This time, the coverage by the Panthers very good. On the wide receiver was Keith Hernandez, and he was covered like a blanket.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Frank Martinez there of the Weslaco Panther, because he was, had that receiver covered very well. Not a good pass also by the quarterback, and so the Panthers come out good on that one.
And even though he's not a real fast running back, Maldonado has been scary. Number 30, their main running back tonight, because even on that penalty play, he got into the secondary, and we got a break there on that penalty. So.
Yeah, if he gets some blocks, he can go down the field and get some good ground yardage.
He's let's see what we got here. It's second down and about 15 to go. And let's see what they got. 2 receivers to the far side. Cardenas, the quarterback. He's going to look that way. Big rush coming on. They got a man in the middle there. A little inside play, but good defense by the Panthers that time, stopping for only a 1-yard gain. Jesse Marinas, but a big rush that time by number 34, Vince Lozano. He came on a blitz from the outside, and he forced things in a hurry.
Yeah, and that was a little screen pass over here to the near side. It looked like it was going to be a big play, but Marinas came from nowhere to make that tackle. If he doesn't make that, that's a big yard. That's a big gain there, and could be a first down.
Javier Almonte, is that how you pronounce that?
Uh-huh. Doing great on the pronunciations there, Terry.
Getting better. All right, here we go. Third down at about 13 for Mission. This is big for the Panther defense because they've got to prove to somebody they can stop them. Here's a quarterback again. He's over the middle, lofts it up. He's got a receiver out there. Did he catch it? I think he did. That is number 7 again, Ricky Sanchez.
Yeah, and that time, good coverage there by the defensive back there, but Sanchez got behind him just a little bit. Looked like the ball's going to be overthrown, but he reaches out there, grabs it, brings it in. Good catch and a first down for the Eagles.
Of course, one of the things that the coaches are going to work on, I'm sure, is putting some kind of pressure on this quarterback. The one time they did pressure him, they were able to make a good play, and that's where it all starts. Your defensive line, these boys have really got to, you got to step up and make the play. So here we go, another first down, ball on about the 40-yard line. Mission still on the move. And now they throw it out to Maldonado, and can the Panthers get him? And they do. Oh, good play that time by the Panther defense. Jesse Marinas again, and other players. And give the Panthers credit that time. They really had that play sniffed out. So good Panther defense, second down. Can they hold them for 2 more plays? We're down to Carlos to 4 minutes and about 20 seconds to go to halftime, and this is big because the momentum is such that, if the Panthers can hold them and keep it a 7-6 ball game going in at halftime, I think that's going to give them a lot of confidence in the second half. All right, here we go. Second down at about 13. Mission. Cardenas dropping back. Let's see if they put some pressure in. He's got some time. He steps up. Oh, he's got a man wide open. That's Almonte. He's still going, and he might take it. No, he knocks him out of bounds at about the 9-yard line, and he's down over here, Carlos. He got hurt. He really got hammered. But the quarterback is showing a lot of patience, and he is stepping up into the cup, so to speak.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
And, I did read a little bit up on the Mission Eagles. One of the things that they do feel that they have talent on this year is their offensive line. They got a big group of guys up front, and they do a very good job. If you notice, there was a little cup, like you said, a little U shape, and he just steps up there like a good quarterback should and throws the ball right there with a lot of courage and definitely has no problem putting the ball where it needs to be.
Well, they're keeping the Panther rushers on the outside, and he's smart enough, like you said, to take advantage of it. The player, Almonte, he got really hammered over here on the near sideline at about the 9-yard line. So there is a timeout on the play, and we have 3:51 to go to halftime. The score is still Mission 7 and Weslaco 6.
They won't leave you for someone younger. They won't notice you've gained weight. They won't fire you. They won't talk about you behind your back. All they'll ever do is love you. Find the love of your life. Visit Pet Finder at aspca.org.
All right, Almonte running off the field, and I don't know if he got cramped up. Like I said, I expect to see a lot of that tonight. But we mentioned it, 6:59 or so, it was about that time, Carlos, that Mission took over the ball. And they've had the ball over 3 minutes now. They've had some very, very big plays. This, of course, was huge. On a 2nd down and 13, they just seem to come up with a big play when they need it. They've got 2 receivers, Hernandez and Sanchez on the left side. Handoff to Maldonado. No, is the quarterback keeper. He just flips it in the air. And are they? What are they going to call here? That's got to be just intentional grounding of some sort. He just flung it out of bounds.
Yeah, he was getting twisted around.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I don't know if that was Marinas or Costco.
Oh,
somebody had him. And, yeah, he tried to throw it away, like you do in the NFL to avoid the penalty, but it's going to be a grounding call.
Well, and what the big thing about that is I think you lose your down. Not only that, they were down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Now all of a sudden they're going to be, if they're going to mark it off, he was about right there when he got thrown down. They've got to give some distance here. I'm not sure where they're going to mark it from if they are. But anyway, now they're back at the 19-yard line, and that's big. And it's going to make them work a little bit harder. If they're going to score, they're going to have to do a little bit more than what they did before. Well, here we go. The ball on about the 19. 2nd down and goal to go for the Mission Eagles. Cardenas with Maldonado. Oh, Maldonado takes a snap. He's still on his feet, juking, and this time the Panthers did get him inside the 20 at about the 17-yard line. So the Panthers are getting a little better as far as knocking Maldonado down, and now somebody else is hurt.
That'll be one of the offensive linemen for the Mission Eagles that hurt. But that was a play that just goes straight back to Maldonado, and he just tries to pick his hole up the middle wherever he can go. But that time the Panthers did a good job of containing him, and he gave maybe 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah, he didn't get too much, and like I said, that is key. That sure-handed tackling, because if they can slip and get 7-8 yards and break the first tackle every time, it puts you in a big hole.
Yeah, and Maldonado shows that he has a few moves too, because as soon as he hit the line of scrimmage, he started to juke around and move around a little bit and twist a little bit, but he was caught by the Weslaco Panther defensive line.
I don't know if this is a more serious injury or if it's just another cramp. It's going to be hard to say, but I believe the player is going to get up and walk off. That is
the 3rd or 4th guy that has gone down tonight.
Yeah,
so
that's number 60. That is Juan Resendez, and we discussed that. I mean, the heat was over 100 degrees today. I got to believe that even right now it's got to be up almost 90 degrees out there, Carlos. But that breeze has got to help a little bit. Here we go. 3rd down and goal to go. The ball is on the 17. You can look for a pass. Almansi's back in the ballgame, Carlos. He's got Ricky Sanchez and Keith Hernandez over here on the near side. So he's got some good receivers, a good receiving core here. Low snap. Here's a big rush put on, and they got him, I believe. And down. Let's see, is he going down? Oh, he's still on his feet. He's still going. He fires the ball, and he's got a man wide open in the end zone for a touchdown. I don't believe that. He must have broken 3 tackles. And then finally, Ricky Sanchez was just wide open in the corner of the end zone. I think everybody thought he was down. I did, at least twice.
And I'm surprised you didn't get a lineman downfield penalty.
Yes.
The lineman stayed behind the line of scrimmage. The quarterback got away from everyone that was all over him. I thought he was going down for sure, and that was going to be a loss. And then he finds a receiver wide open in the end zone.
Oh, yeah. Well, by the time he broke the 3rd tackle, you knew somebody had to be open, and it was Sanchez, and he was all by his lonesome out there. So with exactly 3 minutes to go, that is a huge, huge play in this ball game. And here is the end-over-end kick. It is up and good. And 3 minutes to go to halftime. It's 14-6. Mission leading the Weslaco Panthers.
Let's hear it for the Eagles, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming back on the field, and it was a crazy, crazy play, Carlos, that scored that touchdown.
Yeah.
It was just 3 or 4 broken tackles. That was the ultimate Fran Tarkenton scramble there.
And yeah, and you know, Panthers are, you know, it hurts the team because they scored a touchdown on that, but you just got to shake it off and keep moving forward because your offense is doing good, your defense is doing the best they can against, you know, a pretty good opponent. Mission's coming out; they look good out here. Their offensive line is doing a great job, but you know, Weslaco's just got to shake it off and then move forward.
Alfonso Narvaez is the deep man for Weslaco, number 24. I don't think he's going to kick this ball through the end zone, but you never know. Kind of a low liner, and Narvaez picks it up. He's breaking tackles up to about I'm going to guess, close to the 30-yard line. Little rugby scrum up there. And let's see if Mishak Rivas is going to go back on the field here. The offensive core over here is at about the 40-yard line. Talking, I'm not sure if the coordinator is down on the field or if he's up here. I think he's down on the field, but I could be wrong. Things have been pretty exciting in both places. But 2:51 to go into the half, Carlos. Weslaco has the wind behind them, and indeed, Rivas is on the field. Let's see if they can test his speed. Let's see if this young freshman can outrun some of these seniors. Palomine is going to work out of a shotgun here in the last couple of minutes of the first half. Weslaco trying to get back into the ball game. And Palomine, he didn't go anywhere. He got stopped immediately at about the 24-yard line. And second down and about 12 for the Panthers, who have had pretty good offensive statistics so far in the first half. Eli Rodriguez has had a pretty good half running the ball. Palomine has had a pretty good half up until that carry running the ball. Palomine looking, now he brings it back against the grain. He's got Rodriguez, and one more time, the Panthers they look a little listless.
They just got to get their faculties together, get everything, you know, under control and
right.
keep going.
Yeah, in the first game, it takes a lot of discipline to run this anyway. And right now, there is timeout on the field called by the Mission Eagles, and the Mission can smell it because with 2:06 to go, if they can get the ball back and put another touchdown on the board, they can almost put this thing out of reach.
Right.
And but you know, you're right. The Panthers started late this year because they had spring football. They've only had one scrimmage. And this is really and then all of a sudden now they're playing week 0.
Week 0, yeah.
And they didn't really have any time to get the bugs out. You got to play right off the bat.
Yeah, they're starting early this year at week 0, but there is no game in the final week of the season.
Is that what it is?
Week 10, that is their bye.
Oh, the very last week.
Last week. So everything's been moved up for them a little bit. But you know, they look good. And what you really want to do, of course, is get ready for the district season.
Exactly, in a new district this year.
Sure.
And other than PSJ North, these are teams that they've played in non-district games. They played the Edinburgh Bobcats. They played Edinburgh North in Econominas before. So it's not like that. It's against teams, and it'll be kind of a relief not having to play all the Brownsville schools this year. So here we go, 3rd down and long for Panthers. And Palomine's got a man out here wide open. That's Rodriguez. He's going to try to cut the corner. He's not going to make anywhere near the first down. And the Panthers better hope this time they get a booming kick from Julio Cruz.
Important play on there is that the clock keeps rolling there, Terry, because the running back didn't make it out of bounds, so that's going to hurt the Mission Eagles. That'll work in favor of the Panthers.
All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Cruz is the kicker. The line of scrimmage is what, the 27-yard line? And I'm looking at Mission. It looks like both teams have one timeout as I look at the scoreboard down here.
Well, it looks like Mission is out from my
okay, I think they just went to a 0. So, yeah, they're going to have to do this all. But they've had their offense clicking tonight so far. And they've been able to score points. They put 14 on the board, albeit the last 7 were a little screwy. But you take them any way you can get them. That's just because there's a lot of times where you'll get a drive that's stopped and you say, well, we should have got 7 there, but we didn't. So make up for it somewhere else. But the band, we mentioned the band is getting ready to play. Steve Valdez pointed out that the band has new uniforms this year, so they're going to be putting on their show at halftime. Got the gang from KUS here tonight. Everybody is here. Val Zamora, Rafael Cavazos, Julian Oliveras, and Mike Palacios, along with Steve Valdez. Oh, the KUS crew is intact tonight. Trying to force me to remember all these names here. Julio Cruz, is that him kicking number 97? I think it is. He is. Doesn't look like it, but you never know. That's kind of a sidewinder kick, and it's back at about the 30-yard line. Oh, that was. We got an assist from Mission that time because number 4 for the Panthers, Ricky Ramirez, was just hammered on a block, and then he was hammered right into the running back that took it. And down he went.
Yeah, that's a way to take on your blocker and make a tackle at the same time. You know, you can't teach that, and he was just in the right place at the right time with a little assist from the Mission Eagles.
Well, had the Mission player not even blocked Ramirez, the running back or the receiver would have been off to the races at least for a few yards. So here we go with 1:33 seconds to go, and if they've got a long distance game, let's see what they do. I still say get that rush that we had last time, and sooner or later this guy is going to go down. He's not going to get out of that thing like he did last time every time. And here it comes, and they sling it over here. And this guy, I'll say one thing, he will get rid of the ball.
Yeah, he's got a quick release right there, and that's a smart thing to do. He saw that linebacker coming right at him.
Oh, right up the middle.
And he got rid of that before he can get a handle on it.
Is that number 48, I believe, that came up the middle? Looked like it was just one of the inside backers that just took off and ran. If it is 48, it is Christian Wolf. And he really put the pressure on the quarterback, but we'll take that kind of rush every time because sooner or later that'll pay off in our ways because he's going to throw it to one of the point jerseys here pretty quick. So here we go. 2nd down and 10 for the Mission Eagles, 1:27 to go. Mission out of timeout, so if they're going to take it down the field, they're going to have to do it here without the benefit of a timeout. Big rush put on, and over the middle they got a man wide open again, and that is Sanchez. And I'll tell you, somebody's got to, I mean, that's 3 times this guy is out there. He is just so wide open. No way should a guy be that open that many times.
And now the quarterback there for the Mission Eagles, Godliness, showing what he can do as he rolls out there. He escaped the linebacker and still threw across the grain or across the field. That's pretty impressive.
But no way that guy, and it's the same receiver, he is just, I mean, there's nobody within 10 yards of this guy 3 different times. So there's some missing assignments there somewhere. We're down to 1:05 to go and counting down here in the 2nd quarter. And Cardenas again, he throws over here on the side. He's got Almonte. He's trying to go back against the grain. The Panthers are going to, well, can they tackle anybody? Finally, they get him down at the 25-yard line. And once again, it is the tackling that is really hurting the Panthers. A Wolfgate linebacker came over, and now we're down to 51 seconds, and they're going to start the clock up as soon as they get the chains. And now they're almost into the red zone. So Mission is just moving at will, and they spike the ball basically just to stop the clock, maybe to kind of get their breath. That's going to bring up 2nd down. And that's a smart play, Carlos, to down the ball like that. That gives you 43 seconds. Yeah. And in essence, it's kind of like a timeout in that now you've got you don't have to hurry up quite as much, and the coach can call something in from the side.
Also gives you opportunity for your team to rest a little bit because they're out there scrambling a lot too.
Yeah,
so they get an opportunity there to catch their breath.
Well, Sanchez and Hernandez are on the far side. Almonte is over. These 3 guys have been the show tonight for the Mission Eagles. They've got some offensive weapons here. And over the middle, they lofted up. This could be it. Nope. I thought for a minute it's going to be intercepted. That time, the receivers for Mission were just out of sync a little bit. That was probably one of the few times all night that Cardenas looked a little confused.
Yeah, and that was actually the type of play where you think he'd feel a bit more comfortable because this is a timing pattern out there, and didn't have much pressure on there. He was able to set his feet and put it out there. But the receiver and the quarterback were just not on the same page.
Well, he seems to do his best, though, when he's scrambling.
Yeah, exactly. That's the scary part. That's where he's made his big plays tonight, is when he's been out there running around, kind of like, John Elway and some of those other type of quarterbacks that can get out there and think on their feet.
Well, the ball is on the 25-yard line, And it is 3rd down and 10 for the Mission Eagles. So let's see if the Panther defense can hold. They've had a tough time doing that tonight. And this time they're on the run again. Can they get him? Now they bring him down. The ball is loose. And I think there's the ground actually called, the ground caused the fumble. But this time the tackling was sure, Carlos, and they brought this youngster down. He's getting up a little bit slow, isn't he?
Well, what Cotton is trying to do, Terry, he tried to ground the ball once again and throw it out of bounds.
Right.
But you can't do that when you're twisting and turning around. The referee was right on that play. He saw what he's trying to do, but instead of calling a flag, he just let the ball go like it was a fumble.
Well, that's exactly. Now, Mission jumped on it, I believe.
Yes.
But this is huge. They're back to the 36-yard line. And 4th down, you know they're not going to punt the ball.
No,
but
they're letting the clock run out.
Oh, they're going to let the clock, and it did. And we're at halftime. And at halftime, the score is Mission 14, Weslaco 6.
In March 1836, at a crumbling adobe mission called the Alamo, over 180 Texians stood their ground and made history. Now, part of this history is in danger. The historic maps of the Texas General Land Office are besieged by the forces of age and use. We've embarked on a mission to save these maps and restore them to their former glory. The Adopt-A-Map program allows you to make a contribution to their restoration. I'm Texas Land Commissioner Jerry Patterson, and I hope you'll join me and stand your ground for Texas history.
I love my job as an electrical engineer for Raytheon Corporation, one of the world's most admired suppliers of defense and aerospace systems. I'm proud to be part of a team that designs an advanced airborne surveillance radar for the U.S. government. I'm able to do this because of the outstanding education I received at UT Pan American. I believe UTPA's engineering department ranks among the best in the country and played a large role in what I do today. UTPA made a difference in my life. It can make a difference in yours.
Welcome back to Tom Landry Stadium. Terry Beidler along with Carlos Roberto. And at halftime, the score, it is Mission 14, Weslaco 6. Kind of an entertaining first half, Carlos, and kind of what you expected. A lot of mistakes, some good plays, and hope for the second half.
Yeah, really some big plays by both teams here to get the points on the board. The Panthers started out great on the second play of the game, you know, with Mishak Rivas, a person you'll be hearing a lot about this year. Took the ball 50 yards for pay dirt and the touchdown to put the only points on the board for the Weslaco Panthers. But they look good, exciting. You know, I think the crowd was out here. They were clapping for the football team as they were going off the field and back onto the field. So they're excited. They feel optimistic because they know they can just eliminate some of the mistakes, some of the miscues that the Weslaco Panthers will do just fine. And the defense, they just need to be a little bit more sure-handed and make some tackles out there.
Well, he's the long-term contract he signed. He's down here, and he's looking good on the sideline.
He's got a 4-year deal at Weslaco.
Yeah, 4-year deal with the Panthers. And, he just Kelshaw was a heck of a player, his older brother. Kelshaw really only played his junior and senior year where he was really an impact player. But this guy, on his very first time he touched the ball, 50-yard touchdown run. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and also we got Eli Rodriguez. You know, let's not forget about him because he's a senior on this football team, and when he gets his hands on the football, he's going to grind out a good 5-10 yards, whatever he can get. But the playmaker on this football team and the person who has talent, heads and tails above anyone else across the valley, he's up there with the big boys. Is definitely Mishak Rivas.
Yeah, and he's going to draw some attention because, like I said, up until now, the only time anybody could even look at this kid when it was a scrimmage against Laredo, and I'm not sure they had too many in the stands for that.
Right.
There's a few scouts tonight because this is week 0, and there are a lot of teams that are not playing tonight. But right now, we are just about ready for the start of the